Hey y'all, I just came back from the doctor. I actually came back from 2 doctor's appointments today. One was scheduled a year ago, and I missed it a couple months ago because I got mixed up in doctor's appointments, and then the other one was with my surgeon. So the first one that I missed a year ago, I wanted to go ahead and kept that appointment, of course, and I wanted to talk to them because my surgeon doctor area, I requested to go see a wound specialist. For those who have just tuned into this, I've been dealing with early stage of breast cancer. It was into the ducts. It had not spread yet. It was caught just in time. I did have a lymph node taken out to make sure it hadn't spread to the other parts of the body, and so I went through that surgery, and then a year later I'm going through another surgery, and then everything just went south, and I've been through 3 surgeries in 2.5 months. Well, my wound has opened up again, and so I'm now having to dry pack it. And so I had decided that I wanted to go to a wound specialist. I left a message with my surgeon in the office that I was asking if I can get a referral to a wound specialist. I'm still going to go there, but I want to go to a wound specialist because I'm doing everything I can to get better. I'm taking vitamins. I'm eating right. I'm resting. I'm not doing this or that and the other. And everything seems to be going south. It kind of slaps me right back into the face. 2 weeks, I'll have surgery. 2 weeks later, boom, I'm dealing with an issue again, and then I have surgery. Boom, 2 weeks later, here we go, and it's been going like that. So I did request a wound specialist. I didn't hear anything from the doctor's office, and I didn't expect to hear it on a Friday because it's you're making that call. I didn't even expect to hear it on Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, I thought I should hear something other. Didn't hear nothing Tuesday. But Tuesday, I'm a little irked because, you know what? I'm going through this. We, the people, are going through this. And when you're going through this, it's hard and it's a struggle and you're looking for answers. I've been doing research and I've been studying up. I got the dry packet, so I got to understand this. I got to try to know what I'm looking at. And that's why I asked for a wound specialist, because I'm not healing up. I'm keep going through the same pattern over and over again. And so maybe I need someone to look at it more so or more closely. And so with the wound specialist, I thought I'll go there and then I'll go to my surgeon. And I told them that, I'll still go to y'all, but I'm doing this by myself. So when you have a wound that's open and it's into your breast area, you can't really see it. You can't see there. You can't see what's going on the inside. You can't, and I'm having to take a magnifying glass. It was hard and devastating to look at it the first time. And then knowing you got to do something other, you don't even know what you're doing. Because all they tell you to do is pack it, right? Wash it out with water. Well, anyways, it was raining a lot. And so she told me just to change it once a day. I was changing it about 3 or 4 times a day because you have to, because of the fluid that's coming out of the womb. And so to keep more bacteria and the forming in there and keep it cleaned out. So the bacteria won't hopefully get in there, infection, and then you got another worse case. So that's what I've been dealing with. But when I went to my year ago doctor, I told him what was going on. I said, I'm frustrated because when you're in this situation, you're holding on to hope. You're holding on to God, and you have that hope, and you're looking for answers. And so when they didn't call me back, I said, I'm going through this. So I want some answers. I just want to go and see about, somebody to help me out here, to help me see if I'm going in the right direction, see if it's turning south, or, So anyways, I explained that. The doctor said, the first doctor this morning that I haven't seen in a year, she said, there's nothing wrong with a second opinion. And she said, I'm going to send you to a wound specialist because there's nothing wrong with a second opinion. And I agree, because at my surgeon, they said they would get me healed. But that's all I knew. Well, you know what? I'm going through this a lot, and sometimes you think you're going to be healed, and things are not. It's not happening. So Then I had a doctor appointment with my a surgeon, and he seemed kind of frustrated. She seemed, the lady that takes you to the room seemed kind of a little frustrated with me. And I thought, maybe it's just me, you know. And then he came in, and I thought, so he says, you want to go to a wound specialist? I said, well, you know, I want to get better. I'm doing this by myself. I'm packing this. I'm researching. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out what to do, what not to do. You know, I'm having to take a magnifying glass to see what's going on in there, to be able to see. And I don't know. I just want to get better. So, and it just seemed, I said, and then it was a short conversation, but it was like, are you mad? You know, because it's just like these vibes you get, right? And I'm like, I'm just trying to get better here. I said, I'll still come here if I'm planning on still coming here, but if that's what you want me to do, that's what I'll do. So he says, no, he's going to send me to a wound specialist, and then after that, that situation, then I will make appointment with them, my surgeon, and come back. And I guess I might have had him a little upset because of that. I thought I would be able to go to see them, and then go see them, make sure everything is, you know, just keep the eyes on it, right? Keep the eyes on the situation to get it better. So, because it's going to take weeks, maybe months at the rate it's at right now. So he says, I'm going to send you there, and we might have to see what he says, and we might have to go back in there, open you up, cleanse you out, and sew you back up again. And I went literally in shock. I went in shock that I just went in shock, because I just, it's like everything in the room just left. And so when the lady was putting my bandage back on, she told me to lean back, and I'm like, I'm at the moment, I'm not even acknowledging her, because I went in pure shock. Another surgery? I don't know how much more my body can take of this. Every surgery is getting harder and harder as far as my body getting over it. So I called my daughter, and me and her discussed this, you know. She works in the medical field. She said, I don't think surgery right now for you is a good thing. I mean, you got all the scar tissue and all this stuff going on. And so I told her, you know, what the other doctor said. And so our conclusion is I'm going to go, if they refer me, my surgeon refers me to a wound specialist, I'm going to go there. The other doctor refers me to a wound specialist, or to a wound specialist, I'm going to go there. I'm going to get my second opinions. When you've been going through this for months and you're not getting any better, and the same thing keeps happening, and it has nothing, I tell her, tell me what to do. I'm doing everything. She says, sometimes it's not you, it's just your body. You know, I'm taking vitamins. My daughter asked me about that, and I told her I was taking the very same things that she already named off that I already had pulled out and taken. So that's where I'm at with that. Now I've just got to wait for the phone calls, and I feel better now. I hated that I felt like the doctor was upset, but my daughter explained she works in the medical field. Sometimes they kind of feel like you're going over here, you're going over there. I said, but you know what? He didn't call me back. The office didn't call me back. She didn't call me back. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm going through this, and no one's helping me. I have no one to sit there and help me with the situation. Eyeballing this to see deeper, or to have acknowledgement of this. I'm just out here in the left field, hoping I'm doing right, hoping it gets better, with this hope going on. Trusting God and seeking God, you know, for answers. So maybe this is the answer. Maybe this is the direction God is leading, and I just don't even know it yet. And so I've always believed that, you know, sometimes you're going through things that's not working out. Get a second opinion. Find out. But my daughter said the problem is that sometimes you start getting this doctor, that doctor, everybody has their own opinion. And then you don't forget who said what, and then it's like, this one said this one, and this one said that one, or said that, and you're just like, you know, it can confuse you. But I think it's wise to talk to some other doctors for a second opinion, especially when your future is looking like you're going up under the knife again for the same thing that you've already been through 3 times. That'll be the 4th time, and you're not on your journey, your road to your final healing. So it's shocking. And I was praying before I went in there, God, give me the answer, show me. So maybe this is the answer. But I feel like, especially if you're not in the medical field, especially, when you're dealing with something other that can, literally, you get infection. And if it gets into the muscle, you're talking about just a worst case scenario there. And so I think that's, reaching out and say, just like in here, I say, hey, I need some help, right? So it's reaching out to the doctor and say, hey, I need some help. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't, it really broke my, I don't know, maybe confidence is the word. When I don't get I'm asking and they could have said, no, we're going to go ahead and treat you here. Or once you wait till you come into office, we'll talk about it. I got no phone call. This girl right here has gone through some stuff in the last 1.5 years. And when you're dealing with this, when you're dealing with breast cancer, it's very important for the people surrounding in that small circle to give you help and help you find the answers and lead you into the right direction. And because, you just don't leave somebody out there left field. I think that really troubled me, because the first time I seen this opening and had to do it myself, I wanted to cry, but I knew I had to toughen up. I knew it's not going to do any good. I knew I got to do what I got to do. And I did my research. I did my homework. I made sure I feel like I've crossed every I and every T. And as you see, this mustard back here, this beautiful mustard, is ready for harvest. I haven't even harvested. The kale's ready. The broccoli leaves are ready, the rab broccoli. And chard is ready. A lot of things are ready to be harvested, and I haven't even harvested them because I've been doing all I can do for my situation. So now I want to take you over here to this gorgeous, something uplifting, gorgeous mustard here, and I'm going to be picking this mustard today. It's so ready, it's unbelievable. This is a raised bed. It's 3 feet high. I got from Vago beds, and I've had no flea beetles. I've had no insect problems so far, and it looks gorgeous. The most beautiful mustard I've ever grown, I have to say. And this is more than enough mustard. But it's definitely time to go ahead and get some of it harvested, because once you crop off your leaves, then that's going to make room for the other leaves, and they're going to grow, and you just get this continuing harvest with the mustard. So let's go over here and let's take a look at it. It is so beautiful. Look at these leaves. Just gorgeous. Just about all of it can be harvested. Really, I could just take a knife and start cutting it off. You just take a knife and just cut it down, and it'll regrow. There's lots of little ones in there. So once it's harvested, all this other's going to grow. But it's definitely time to harvest. This is curly mustard. And the reason I planted curly mustard is because every time I plant broadleaf mustard, it ends up getting eaten by pests. And I have grown curly mustard and broadleaf mustard at the same time, and they left the curly mustard alone. And I was like, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. So this is the mustard. Down there's the kale that can be harvested. This is the rab broccoli. It's beautiful, ready for harvesting. Beautiful, sent by a subscriber. And here is the kale, ready for harvesting. Rab broccoli down there, ready for harvesting. Into the greenhouse. chard over there is ready to be harvested. I got more rab broccoli over there that's been harvested, and those leaves are ready to harvest. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I was going to try to move the mustard, harvesting the mustard and other things maybe, just a little bit. Basically just the mustard, because it's definitely ready back there. And it's no, with this 3-foot high bed, you're not doing anything, taking your little fingers and picking it. But I'm going to end this video right here. That's going to be all for this video right here. Just a quick health update on what's going on. I do encourage people to get their mammograms, encourage others to get their mammograms. You always see these little pink ribbons. This thing is serious, and it can't get no more serious than this unless you got the stages of cancer. Either which way, it's all hard, and I just encourage everyone to stay up with their health and get the growing. See you on to the next video.